Louis Cahill from Gink and Gasoline. I'm at IFTD 2022 in the Orvis booth with my buddy Sean Combs. Sean, how are you, man?
Awesome.
Good
to see you, bud.
Oh, you have no idea, dude.
I do have an idea or two. It's good to see everybody here.
Isn't it nice?
It
Yeah,
is nice.
for sure.
Yep.
You guys have got so much cool new product this year.
Thank you.
Which is really exciting. And among that, some cool new reels.
Yeah, we actually, we kind of tuck our reel line and we went into specialty reels.
Right.
We started to think about it, and it's, there were some reels. We have a really nice overall assortment, but we had some holes and some pockets for some of our rods that we wanted to match up some reels for. First one being this one. This is the SSR.
I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, so what do you think SSR stands for? Swing, step, repeat.
Oh,
right?
nice.
So they let me name things once in a while. Anyway,
that's brilliant.
and the long story short is this is the SSR, comes in 3 sizes.
For your two-hand rods.
For your two-handed rods. The 3-weight trout spay all the way to the 10-weight full spay.
Nice.
And it's in that 3 size, which is going to cover your 3, 4, and 5 weights up to about 12-foot length. Perfect for our Clearwater and our Mission two-handed rods. And then you get into the size 4, which is going to be your switch rods, the 7, the 8-weight, all the way up to like the 13.5/8 with a Scandi. Once you start putting gadgets on, you're going to probably want a little more capacity.
Right, for sure.
Going into the 5. And then that 5 is going to take you to your, bigger full spay rods, your 14.9, 15.10.
Right. And this is a fully enclosed frame reel.
Yeah, that's really the secret sauce, So,
absolutely.
It's not an innovation. We've been doing it, for ever and ever. I actually fish an old classic CFO full cage.
Nice.
Size 6. And the inspiration was just, let's take the bat and kill that we do now and let's update it, let's upgrade it.
Right.
We've got the Hydros drag package in here, which is a workhorse.
Nice, yeah.
It's been kind of a cult classic amongst the get it done crowd.
Yep.
And just, kind of bringing it in and freshening it up.
So a good solid drag system. No chance your mono running line's going to get inside the spool on that guy.
Yeah,
yep.
full cage.
Great looking reel.
Yeah, and then another one here. I'm going to sneak this out of your hand and give you this. Sticking with the specialty, we've got quite a following with our Tightline or European nymphing rods.
Sure.
We've got from Clearwater, Recon, all the way to Helios 3, Ranger rods that are down from a 10-foot 2-weight for real sensitive small streams, light bug fishing, up to the 10.5-foot 3-weight and the 11-foot 3-weight H3 blackout.
Yeah, nice.
We needed a reel, like when you're running those, longer mono rigs, really, really small, like 20,000s, 21,000s fly line for comp fishing.
Yep.
We needed a reel that had, guess what, theme, full cage.
Yep.
And we took this platform.
Seems simple, but it makes a big difference.
It seems simple, but it makes a huge difference. No more migration of that, either the mono rig or the fly line or something like that.
Yep.
Also, while we were in here, we didn't just throw a full cage on it, call it done. We really optimized the weight of this reel so it balances anything from our 10-foot 2-weights up to 11.3s with just a slight adjustment up and down the cork of about a 1/4 inch. The reel's going to weigh in at about 4.9 ounces, which is like perfect. What I would say, like a George Daniels approach, elbow in, relaxed, perfect balance, not having to work to keep your tip up and control the drive.
Right, yeah.
Not letting it, be tip heavy and always,
That's the thing I hate about that style of fishing.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It just wears me out.
Yep.
Right on. Very cool, man.
Yeah.
And you got one more here?
Yeah, so this near and dear to my heart is the Mirage LT.
That's a sweet reel.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's been awesome. This is made in USA. Patented ball and ramp drag system, which is like quick adjustments to go from like light, like fine tippet protecting drags, 1/4 pound, 0.3 pounds, 0.4 pounds, and then getting into, I've got rope on, I'm streamer fishing.
Yep.
Within less of a turn, you're into that 4 pounds, stop fishing, heavy current kind of stuff.
Sweet.
This carbon colorway is really cool.
Really sharp looking, yeah.
Thank you, yeah. It's good.
This is the pumpkin spice, right?
If this is the pumpkin spice, that's the latte. You're exactly right. I don't know when this is going to air, but it's PSL season always.
Right on. That's cool.
Yep.
And we got one more reel.
We do, yeah. If you
here.
don't mind grabbing that guy.
That's in its working position.
Yeah.
And this thing is super sweet.
So this is just a story in itself. In 1971, Orvis introduced the CFO in the Christmas catalog. If you go back in the archives, cover that Santa bent rod, full red, awesome cover.
That's
one
so
of my
cool.
favorites. And so to commemorate the 50th anniversary, back, I think pretty much like last year, you know, holiday season, we did a special 50th anniversary.
Right, I remember
Gold
that.
edition,
Yeah.
golden anniversary.
They were all sold out by the time I found about it.
Sorry, I didn't call you earlier, but yeah, in about 23 and a half hours,
Yeah.
boom, 165 of them were gone.
It's like getting concert tickets.
I
man.
got a lot of calls like, why didn't you make 166? Why didn't you make 200? We made 165 to commemorate also the fact we've been in business for 165 years.
Yeah.
Super fun project, but I had a lot of friends that were a little pissed, you know?
I'll bet.
And so then that kind of drove us to, you know what, we should go ahead, make these reels in small batches, do them in black, fully ported, made in USA.
So glad you did. Yeah.
Super cool reel. I mean, the tolerances on this reel, it is honestly doing the legacy of CFO right.
You can really feel it when you
Right.
hold this reel and move it. And
Yep.
it's,
Yeah, I mean, and then
so
the,
tight.
the sound.
Yeah.
For those of you who know, Rosenbauer is a stickler for clicks on
Right,
the CFO.
sure, yeah. Yeah.
Cool little side story. He was the actual approver of the click and pull. We
Oh,
didn't
no
take
way.
a microphone. We didn't do noise signature. We did Tom Rosenbauer's ear. And it was like literal tuning, shave a little here, get the different audible tone. It was great.
That's hysterical.
So awesome just to have him have his fingerprint on it as well. So,
yeah, that's super cool.
and then this, guess what this is attached to?
Dude, I'm so excited about this because I'll tell you what, this has been a rod that's been a favorite in my arsenal for a while, and just haven't felt this. I'm really excited about this update.
Yeah.
It's glass, baby.
It is glass. Yeah, so this essentially is what happens. We took a couple years light. We've been a little busy with painting white labels on rods and stuff.
Yeah, sure.
So we took a couple light years on glass. We did make some, but they were in really like micro batches.
Yeah.
Just really, really small. We were doing that because we were developing this.
Yeah, nice.
We didn't change the materials. We didn't change really the offering from the models. We still have the 6'6" 2-weight, 7.5 3-weight, the 4-weight there, and 7.5 length, the 8'5", the 8.5 6, and then the AAA,
Yeah.
the 8'8" 8-weight, which is just a full-on big spring cannon.
That's a horse. Yeah.
It's an awesome like redfish, carp, you name it, bass,
that's cool.
frogs. I always call it frogs and flip flops. That's when I get that rod out. Triple
Perfect.
eight time. So long and short of it, not even just the cosmetics. We took this and did a ground up approach from a design standpoint and said, you know what? What would happen if we took this old school material, 70s, late 60s material, and then applied the new Helios 3 construction techniques to really maximize the hoop strength.
Right.
Even since it's a soft rod, we still want to kind of maintain that energy transfer.
It still has to track, right?
It still has to track.
Yeah.
And even though it bends more, it still has to recover.
Right.
So what we found out is, if you use that classic material with modern state-of-the-art super cutting-edge construction techniques and manufacturing processes, you're going to get a rod that has really what performance glass feels like.
Yeah,
Crisper,
exactly.
still load, still like that 2-weight, still like your green tube, mountain stream, little creek rod. The 888's still going to have it in the wind, when you kind of go out in those days.
Yep.
But they're definitely going to track better. You're going to recover better too. I mean, that's just all around.
May I?
Yes, please.
When I picked this thing up, to me, it felt like no fiberglass rod I've ever fished before, right?
Awesome, yep.
Because it has the feel of fiberglass. It's got all that beautiful bend and that buttery feel to it, but it feels precise. It's not all over the place. It's a very precise flex and recovery, and not all this stuff that goes on in the middle.
Stuff is all right if you're on a trampoline, but when you're fishing, it's nice
right.
to do
Yep.
right?
And it
You like that
balances amazingly with this reel.
With that reel, yeah.
And the aesthetics of this reel, the reel seat, and I love the color here you brought in from the older one, but this nice dark, is this a sanded finish?
Yeah, so it's a sanded fish.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons we did that, a couple things here I want to show you. One is the 7.5 footers and the 8 footers were 4-piece, or excuse me, were 3-piece.
We're 3-piece, yeah.
Now 4-piece.
Oh, right on.
And that's actually helped us out from a lot of things. You have one more section to design around, another taper to throw in from a manual standpoint. And then the other thing here is you'll notice that they are sanded, they are painted. Had a lot of people ask me, oh, you're just covering up carbon. There's some carbon in there. These are 100% glass.
No, there's no, you can feel there's no carbon in that.
Yeah. And then the sanding is actually, it's pretty much to conform with the manufacturing techniques, the high tolerances of Helios and Recon that allow us to have part interchangeability.
Yeah.
You know what part interchangeability is?
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
Sweet. Yeah. So you break a section.
Yeah. No more waiting months for your rod to come back.
No more waiting months. You know, I mean, we used to feel really good if we get somebody back on the stream in 8 weeks.
Right.
8 weeks is a season around a lot of places.
That's right.
You're missing a couple of hatches.
Yep.
So this is really about getting you back on the water as fast as possible.
That's awesome. And that goes right back to what Orvis has been synonymous with from the very start, which is customer service.
Yeah,
You know,
seriously.
You cannot overstate the importance of that. This is a stem to stern, the reel and the rod. That is the 2020 setup right there. That's beautiful.
Awesome.
Just a beautiful thing.
Yep.
Right on. And you got another cool thing over here if you're not into glass.
If you're not into glass, but you're into that word. This is the blackout. So this is really, I mean, this is such a fun project. It's essentially what I call advanced concepts. You know, we launched the H3, we launched the Recon. We're sitting around, I mean, right after we launched the H3, we're going, okay, how do we make it better? What do we do?
Yeah.
And then I started thinking about it, and the team were brainstorming about, like, what application rods do we really not have? What kind of, I don't know, fishing myths, you know, can we break? How can you get a 9.5 foot rod that's got 10 foot reach, mendability, you know, aerial or on the water, that kind of control of line, but have it in a swing weight package that's comparable to a 9 foot.
Right.
That's the 955, which is an awesome boat rod. Whether you're throwing foam, indicator rigs, light streamers, or hopping out of the boat and getting in a side channel and hitting some sippers. This was really like a super versatile boat rod. You'll notice that you know, it's got the blackout look, full matte black. Yeah, pretty slick. Looks perfect with this blacked out Mirage, which is a colorway that we did kind of to roll this whole thing in.
Nice. It's if Darth Vader fly fished.
Well, you know, Darth Vader did fly fish, and that was the inspiration. So.
that's where it came from.
Yeah.
I really like a 9.5 foot rod, personally, and there are not a lot of them around to choose from. You know, so the Helios 3, of course, one of my favorite rods, just a dynamite rod, and to have that option, I think and it couldn't look better.
So in that advanced concepts theme, we went ahead and did an 11 foot 3-weight.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was all about for those Euro nymphing situations where you want more reach, but you don't want to sacrifice swing weight. Could we do it?
Yeah.
And we worked through and iterated on that and came up with a technique and a strategy where we had actual improved sensitivity compared to the 10.5 foot 3-weight in the H3.
Right, yeah.
Same-ish, if not slightly less swing weight.
Wow.
So not fatiguing you, staying down in that low, comfortable position, and not having to cap them organs. We gave you an extra foot.
Right on.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And then I know you like to do a little bit of 8-weight fishing, right?
A little bit, yeah. Once in a while I will pick up an 8-weight,
yeah. So another rod that we made was in this series to round it out, was the 8 foot 5-inch 8-weight. So 858, that thing's all about super light swing weight, taking tight shots into mangroves, dock light fishing, throwing, you know, flies under cover to smallies, really kind of hitting like that heavy debris and picking it apart surgically.
That's cool.
It is
laser tight lubes.
It's laser tight lubes. It is a quick grab, go, cast, hitting your target kind of thing. It's not necessarily the rods you're going to take out on the slicked out calm, you know, bonefish day. You're going to stick with like an 8F or an 8D for that, but it definitely is just so much fun.
But if you want to fish snook around docks or stuff like that,
baby tarpon and mangroves all day long.
Perfect.
You start like going and trying to find the tubes to get through. Yeah, feeding the ones that are like 3 feet back, kind of coaxing them out instead of waiting for the edgers.
Very cool. Super cool, man. Well, great work. Some great looking rods and reels this year. Thank you for taking the time to show them off to us. Right on.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in. If you want to see more from IFTD 2020, tune in to ginkandgasoline.com.